Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Chike Investing back here with another YouTube video. Today's going to be a very special one because we're going to be talking about what I did exactly. This is the exact study plan that I executed over the past 2 years that has now led me to becoming a six-figure funded prop firm trader at the age of 25. Okay. Now, you have to follow these steps I'm about to give you step by step because without this and without following step by step, you're going to be missing out critical pieces. I'll talk about why each part of what I'm going to tell you here is very critical. Okay. To your full development as an ICT profitable trader. Now, as we continue, or as we get started, one of the first things I want to ask for you to do is it's super important. Just press that like button. Thank you for already pressing it. You're such a great person. Press the subscribe button as well. Press the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. We do a daily series on this channel where every single day you won't miss a single video where I talk about what happened in price action that day. It's called my daily log. Check out that playlist, as well as leave a comment below if you have any questions. And there's going to be a free Discord at the bottom of this channel or at the bottom of this video that you should go join. All right. Now, without further ado, let us get right into the first thing that you want to do in order to study ICT properly. Now, this is going to be helpful for those, who are either at the beginner level, at the intermediate level, or even advanced. And sometimes, you're struggling to remain in profit. If you're super profitable, then you already have it doesn't work or it already works. Don't worry about this video, right? This is for people who want to take ICT serious, who want to take trading serious and are ready to develop a consistent routine. Now, I'm going to split up this particular study plan for you into different time fractions, right? So you're going to have a daily routine. You're going to have a weekly routine, right? So only on weekends. Okay. And then you're going to have a every other week / ad hoc to-do list. Okay. We'll go over those. Sorry, OCD. Okay. And then we'll talk about something that is really critical as well. So make sure you stick until the end. All right. This is going to be very helpful for you. Now, every single day, what I recommend for you to do, the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning, and this depends if you're someone who learns better at night or learns better in the morning, this is what I recommend you do. I learn much better in the morning when my brain is fresh and I just got up, and it's better for me to be way more consistent when I, at this kind of thing, if I do it in the morning when I first wake up. Because when I'm, at the end of the day, I'm done with work, I'm super tired. All right. The first thing is that you need to watch 1 hour of ICT content every single day. Now they say, oh, well, what content should I watch? Right. Here's the exact order for how I would watch ICT's content. Let's actually just go to his YouTube channel. Now, every single day, it doesn't matter if you've watched 3 videos or 4 videos on 2x speed, doesn't really matter, right? Just make sure that every single day you are watching at least 1 hour of his content, right? I like to put it on 2 times speed because I can listen efficiently in that manner. But here's what I would do. ICT actually talks about it in the beginning of this particular mentorship right here.
If you only have a few $100 to invest right now,
right?
Click this link right here because I want to show you a clever new way
what
to
order
find
to
low
watch it in.
price stocks
So
that could be on.
if you go to his ICT 2022 mentorship, watch the very first video. He tells you the exact order to watch his videos in, right? I believe he starts with the ICT Market Maker Primer course. This is the first thing that you should watch, right? And then you want to go to his core content, right? And watch from core content 1 all the way to core content 12. Okay. You want to watch every single video in these series. And then, and only then, should you watch the ICT 2022 mentorship. Why do I say this? This helps you to understand price action and, what is even going on with just, market sweeps and liquidity, all those things, market structure. He goes over what the entire premise of trading is. And then in his core content, he starts to introduce you to each of the PD arrays and each of the major components and things that you need to include in your analysis on a daily basis, right? That build your overall holistic knowledge as to what you're interacting with when you're seeing on the charts, right? So everything from fair value gaps to order blocks, like mitigation blocks, breakers. He's talking about all this stuff in these and introducing these for the first time. So you need to have a baseline knowledge before you ever watch your first mentorship video, because you'll notice you'll go into these ICT mentorship videos and you have no idea what he's talking about, right? And it's just way more rewarding and enriching to learn his content when you have a basis to understand the PD race he's talking about, right? Then you watch the ICT 22 mentorship. Now you can stop here. And from here, once you're done with that, that is when you now have the permission to go start tape watching. I wouldn't, personally, I would put more energy into watching his videos before you tape watch, so that you just have a, maybe once you get to the ICT 2022 mentorship, once you get to mentorship, you learned all these things, then you can go ahead and like every single day, we'll get to the next stop. We'll get to the next step. The tape watching is actually the next thing I was going to say, but that's when you can actually start looking at live price action. But I would get through the core content first before you start watching live action. Now, you can increase your 1 hour per day to 2 hours, 3 hours, right? In the beginning, since you're not going to be doing other things. But in the very beginning, once you're first learning ICT, I would watch every single one of his core contents, right? And watch and then you can get to his ICT mentorship. Okay. Once you get here, you start watching 1 hour a day of each of these videos. Now, some people, this is enough. For me personally, I love his 2023 mentorship video. I think this is the first time where you get to really see how he interacts with all the PD rays he talks about. He really talks about PD ray interaction that helps you develop really, really strong confluences in the market. It's very additive to your learning. I would watch this as well. And the ICT 2024 mentorship, this I would say is more optional. But if you just love listening to him every morning, after 2 years, I'm still watching every single mentorship video. Just not because I need to learn new things, but because it's refreshing in my mind. Okay. Now, you need to be pouring into your day at least 1 hour of ICT content per day, right? And that's even when you are profitable. I would still be doing this, right? It just helps you to stay fresh. And there are things that he'll bring up that maybe you forgot about, right? That you should that he'll remind you of. Now, the second thing I would do every day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. watch price action. That means you are watching what happens every single day on the charts, right? You need to be watching what's happening every single day as the candles are forming. It's very important that you watch price as the candles are forming. Don't do the market replay. That is not as good. You need to see how the candles move on an how they move fractically every second of the candle forming, right? Because it'll tell you certain signs of what you would want. Like you'll be able to train your brain and mind to see what typically happens on a daily basis. So if you cannot do that, ICT talks about some camcorders that you can get that can actually record price action for you while you're at work or while you're out. I would recommend getting that, and at the end of the day, putting on 5 times speed or 6 times speed and watching the entire day, maybe about 30 minutes or so. Okay, so that's the next thing I would do. You need to watch PA every single day. Okay, next thing that I would do, that's called tape watching. The next thing I would do is every single time that you see something notable, right? Like let's say, for example, you're like at this stage, right? You're not really executing, right? You shouldn't be executing anything. You shouldn't be even touching a demo, right? For at least the first 3 months, you shouldn't be touching a demo. Maybe after 3 months, then you can, you can start demo trading if you know what you're doing. You finish all the content, you finish at least one mentorship series and you know what you're doing. Then you can start demoing around. And then once you've shown a proficiency to be profitable in your demo for at least 3 months in a row, then you can actually, get a prop firm account. But that's what would be like. That's what I would have done for myself. Now I'm not recommending this; is not financial advice at all. Please, this is not something that you should listen to make money or any of that. Like this is just what I did. Like if I'm talking to my son, this is what I'd be telling him to do. Okay, now. Every single time you see something on the chart, right, and you're saying like, oh, I would take that trade, right? Or that looks like it's going to go up from here. Screenshot before and after major anticipated price moves, right? And then log what happened after, right? And I'll show you a couple of examples in my own daily log, right? So you can see here, I took a screenshot right before this candle, right? Because I saw a reaction off of this 1 hour BISI, right? Actually, I took it around here, right? Because I saw a reaction from this 15-minute fair value gap right here. And then I saw a break of market structure on this candle right here. And so I was looking to go short. And, I ended up taking a loss here. And after the fact, I took a screenshot and I logged down what I perceived as to be the reason why I lost. Right. And so if you're looking at yourself and you're like, oh, well, I'm likely to have, I would have taken this short. After price moves, take a screenshot again of what happened and then log what you saw and why you were wrong. Right. That is something that you want to be doing on a daily basis, even when you're profitable. Right. This is something that you want to be doing all the time. Okay. That's the next thing. Now, the last thing that you need to be doing every day is end of day logging. Right. So what does end of day logging look like? So for me, I do a daily series where I go through on the videos, right? And I talk about, well, I go on a video and I talk on, or I create these YouTube videos and I go down a top down analysis from the weekly, daily, all the way to the 1 minute. And that is the daily log that I do. I learn very visually. I love to watch videos, right? And that's what's helpful for me when I'm studying, right? Some people, they write it down, right? So they take a screenshot of price action and then they take notes about what they saw. So I used to do that. So I can show you an example of what I used to do here. Let me pull up one of my very old daily logs. This is an example of one of my daily logs, right? So I would go ahead and go by time frame and I would write down everything that I saw that was pertinent per time frame. And in the beginning, you're basically going to write down everything you see. You're going to write down about every candle you see, right? And then over time, you're going to recognize what candles didn't matter, what did. And you'll see that these will get smaller and smaller, just like this one that I showed you here, right? And so you want to take a screenshot of price action, write down what you saw, and you want to do this every single day, without fail, right? Except for holidays, right? Every day that could be a trading day, you should be writing this down, including days like CPI, NFP, or days before that. Okay. Now, here's where things get critical. This is where your learning curve starts to jump dramatically. Okay. It's really what you do at the end of the trading week. This is the secret sauce, right? Do a weekly top-down analysis log. So it's the same thing, right? As the daily log of what you saw, maybe on the 1 hour down to the 15 minutes to the 5 minutes to 1 minute. I typically start on the daily log all the way down from the daily down to the 1 minute. Right. So I'll do daily or 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and the 1 minute. And then you want to do that same thing that you did here, where you write down everything you saw in every time frame, but you only do it for the weekly, daily, 4 hour, and the 1 hour, right? This is really, really important. Why? Because higher time frames trump lower time frames. So this will help you really understand your weekly and daily bias. When you do this month on end, you will begin to recognize how fractal price is. You're going to recognize why you took some losses, on a 15-minute time frame, on a 5-minute time frame, because you are now understanding the daily and the weekly and the 4-hour order flow. It's really what's going to dictate on a lower time frame, right? That's the benefit of doing this every week. So it trains you to understand what's happening on a higher time frame and to be cognizant and looking at that and see how they interacted with the trades that you took that were losses or that were wins, right? Now, also what you want to do is review every daily log you took. Now, there's no point in writing these daily logs if you're not going to review them, right? Okay. And then what you want to do, and what I mean by review them, reread every log you did. Every weekend, I rewatch every single video daily log I've done, right? And then review every trade you took, right? So you should also be logging every trade you take. That's different from the daily log, right? That's these screenshots right here, especially, right? Review every trade you took and a log of that, right? Think about why you lost. Think about why you won, right? And then, if you have a notebook, I have a notebook on the side as well that I like to jot down my thoughts about why I lost, why I won, after I review why I thought I lost in one in the beginning of the week. You got to be psycho with these things, right? This is how you really get your edge. This is what you want to do every other week. All right. Scroll through old price action. So, you know, all these screenshots you're taking, all these logs you're taking, right? Just go back every once in a while. You could do this ad hoc. You could do this multiple times a week. You could do this every week. You could do this every other month. You could do this every month. You could do this every other week. But as long as, you know, especially in times where you are feeling like you don't have a grasp on the market again, just go back and scroll through some of your old logs. Like, right, you don't have to reread everything you wrote. Just go and look at price action. Just look at how price moved. Where did it react from? What were PD arrays that it was interacting with, and how did it react with those PD arrays, right? This will really, really help you over time to get that confidence back, especially after you have a, you know, a bad run. And then lastly, and the last thing before I give you the bonus is this. Every month, reread your weekly logs. Okay. So you write a weekly log once a week. So at the end of the month, read those 4 logs, right? Because at the end of every week, you're reading the 5 daily logs that you wrote. So at the end of the month, you're going to reread the 4 weekly logs that you wrote. Okay. I make weekly videos on this channel as well. It's a weekly series I do where I talk about price action that we saw over the week, and I rewatch those videos at the end of every month, right? Or the beginning of every month, really, or at the beginning of every new month. Now, here's the bonus. You ready for this? Drum roll. Okay. Rest. All right. Every Sunday, it's the Sabbath day. Praise Jesus Christ. All right. You cannot do anything on Sundays. Relax. You need 1 day a week to completely rest your mind. Your brain is a muscle, right? It needs to recover from how much you've been working it out so that you come back fresh in the new week, right? And you are ready to go. Okay. So this is the complete checklist that if you do this, right? Without fail, if you do this, trust me, man, within the next couple of months to the next year, you will see a significant change in your ability to trade, return a profit, right? And conduct price action, right? You will see a transformation in your trading. If you like what you've heard so far, press that like button, okay? Leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe, press the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.